What's going on, everybody? It's Brian Tripp. I'm here in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm actually at my house. The house is quiet. Everybody's gone. The kids are gone. My wife's gone. I'm in my dining room at my home in Birmingham, Alabama. So glad you decided to join us this week for another quick tip. I like to get right into it, no intros whatsoever. I want to talk to you today about business cards. What do you do when you go to an event and you get all these business cards? You got people with fancy business cards. This is metal. This is, can you hear that? It's metal. You got somebody with a plastic one. Look at this. Plastic. It's white plastic, see-through plastic. What do you do with all these business cards? I had this discussion with somebody, actually kind of a higher level person recently, where he's like, I pull out a business card from my back because I always put them in my left back pocket when I get them. He goes, and I pulled it out. I was like, "What is it?" "Oh, it's a business card." And he goes, "What do you do with those things? I don't even know what to do with them. I just throw them away." And I'm like, "You throw them away? Why do you throw them away?" He's like, I don't know. I don't know what am I going to do with them?" So this is what I do with business cards, and this is what I encourage you to do with business cards. I don't care if you're the best real estate investor in the world or if you are just getting started, never done a single deal. This is what I do with every single card I get. And you can get a VA to do this. I have a VA doing this, but this is what I do. I get a business card. I go into my CRM and I enter their information. I enter their name, their email address, their phone number. I put in all their information and I segment out a list. And I don't want to get deep into building lists and segmentation. Maybe I'll do that on another video and why you would segment it, all that stuff, and how you do it, what's the best way to capture all that stuff. I'm not really going to get into that, but I'm just going to show you what I do really quick with business cards. If it's someone who is local to Birmingham, they go on my master list. They go on my master. I have a mailing list and an email list and a slide broadcast list that they could get direct mail from me, like when our next meetings are. They could get just a text blast that says, "Hey, our next meeting is so and so." It's also a part of our buyers list. So it's kind of two different lists. It's our buyers list and it's a list that I use for my personal reason. Most people watching this are not going to have a meetup club. If you don't have a real estate investor club, then obviously that's not going to apply to you. But I put them on that list, and if they're local to my area where I'm doing business, they automatically go on my buyers list. And I don't care if they're a wholesaler or if they actually are a cash buyer, if they're a realtor, it doesn't matter. They automatically go on my buyers list. Why would I do that? Why am I putting them on my buyers list? I make sure I put a note in all the properties that we blast out that if you're a wholesaler or if you're a realtor, and you have a buyer, we want to work with you. Okay, so it's just a joint venture opportunity, even if they're not a cash buyer. So they automatically go on my cash buyer list. So what do you do if you get business cards from people who are not in your immediate area where you're doing business? Say you go to an event. Like I've been to a lot of events in the last couple of weeks. It's just that time of year for me. I usually only go to 2 or 3 a year. This year I'm going to end up going to like 5. I don't really like to go to that many, but it just so happens there's just certain ones I wanted to go to and needed to go to meet certain people. I was speaking at a couple of them as well. So I've been going to a lot of events this year, so I get a lot of cards from people that are not in my immediate area where I'm doing business. So what do I do with those? So for me, because I'm going to probably be a little bit different than you in this regard, that I'm actually looking to grow my national audience, so I've got a national list that I put people's information on. But how this can benefit you, just the normal person who's going to an event that might be outside their area and you're meeting people, this is what I do 100% of the time. I make sure, I don't care who it is, I make sure I send them an email almost immediately. Actually, I'm a few days behind right now, but I'm getting ready to do it today. I'm getting ready to do it right now when I get done with this video. I send them an email and I say just briefly, "It was great meeting you the other day at such and such event. If you're ever in Birmingham, make sure you look me up. Make sure if there's ever anything I can do for you, provide value to you. I don't know where you are specific. If I don't know them, I don't know where you are specifically in your real estate journey. But if there's anything I can do to help, great." There might be a situation where you meet someone that's kind of a high level person. Like for me, I'm just going to throw this out there. Gary Boomershine, I met him at an event, and he gave me his business card, which is kind of weird because there weren't very many people there with business cards. But Gary is someone I want to get on my podcast. He's a marketing wizard. If you don't know who he is, definitely need to look him up. I'm about to reach out to him right now. I met him. I shook his hand. I got a warm introduction from someone I already knew. And this is a great networking tip, by the way. I asked someone who I had a great relationship with, and she actually knew Gary very well. I asked her if she could make a warm introduction. Hey, can you introduce me to Gary? She brought me over there and said, hey, this is Brian. He's doing so-and-so. Gary, he just want to meet you. I ended up talking to him for about 5 minutes. I had a great conversation with him. I'm about to send him an email right now reminding him specifically of who I am and the conversation that we had. And I'm going to invite him to come on my podcast. And that's just a networking opportunity for me. When you see our podcast, we've got 90-something episodes. By the time you watch this, we might be up to episode 100 or so. And these are all interview shows. The reason I'm able to get these great people on our podcast is by networking with them and doing it the right way. So for me, this isn't going to really apply to you. You probably don't have a podcast or a real estate podcast. If you do, you definitely need to be doing this. But how could you use it if you get a high-level person's business card? I would just, if it's me, I'm just going to shoot out a quick email. Hey, I'm just going to remind them of how we met, where we met, and just give them a little nugget that's specific to our conversation, helps jog their memory. Hey, just want to let you know I've been watching you for a while, been watching your stuff. I really love, REI Vault. This is Gary Boomershine's company. I really love REI Vault. I'm thinking about getting it, getting plugged into your community. I really enjoy your content. Just want to let you know that. Want to let you know I enjoyed meeting you. And that's really it. And I'm just going to kind of file it away. I just got a thank you note the other day from someone. I sent them a book, and they sent me a thank you note. So I'm going to remember that person. Okay, for me, someone that might look up to me, not that I'm anybody special, but someone that might look up to me a little bit. I wrote a book. I gave them mailed them a copy for free. They didn't pay shipping or anything, and they sent me a thank you note. I'm going to remember that person. I think we sent 50 or 60 books to people for free. Didn't have to pay shipping or anything, and only one person sent me a thank you note. You think I'm going to remember that person? Of course I am. So those are just little things. If you're kind of getting started and you want to you get a card or talk to someone who's maybe a little bit higher up than you are, maybe a couple levels above you, thank them. Be gracious, have gratitude towards them. If it's someone who might be your peer, just reach out to them anyway. Hey, I know we don't do business in the same area, but if you ever get a lead, you come across a lead in my area or vice versa, let's definitely connect. If you're ever in our area, let's definitely connect. The name of the game is networking. The name of this game is networking. It's all about your network. It's all about who you know and who knows you so you can do the most amount of business. And that is it. The name of the game is networking. You do not want to throw away your business cards. You want to file them away and make sure you utilize your network. You never know who might be in this stack who we may end up doing business together in the future. Hope this video helped you guys. Hit the subscribe button, guys. We're really giving you guys some incredible value on our YouTube channel right now, providing just great content videos. So we just ask one small little favor. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button on this particular video and make us a little comment. Just say, hey, I enjoyed the video, whatever it is. Or if there's something that we can get better at, I don't even mind. I hope you don't hit the dislike button, but I don't even mind that you write me a comment saying, hey, Brian, I enjoyed the video, but this part and this part I may not agree with. We're trying to get better too. I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. I'm just trying to provide the little bit of value I do have to you guys. So we love you so much. Hope you have a great day. Hit subscribe. See you next time.